Scarlett Johansson sued Disney for breach of contract because they released Marvel's Black Widow both on Disney Plus and in theaters at the same time. And can Disney get nasty? Yeah, they can get really nasty. So we're going to talk about the complaint in just a minute and the specifics. But can we talk about Disney first? You know, they showed a whole lot of class in their response to Scarlett Johansson filing this lawsuit. This is what their spokesman released. Let's just read some of it because it's good stuff. A Disney spokesperson said, "There is no merit whatsoever to this filing. The lawsuit is especially sad and distressing in its callous disregard for the horrific and prolonged global effects of the COVID-19 pandemic." Let's just stop there. The COVID-19 defense. It's been a long-standing defense in contract law. If you can just blame somehow someone on being callous about COVID-19, you win. It actually is the way out there in the public right now. Like if you can never blame someone for causing the pandemic or for being callous about it, really you're a winner. So Disney saw that and they're like, hey, can we somehow just say that Scarlett is callous about COVID-19? And the first response was like, what the, how, why? And they're like, do it anyway. Let's see if it does it. And it really is it is a good one because now I think Scarlett probably should lose because I guess she does have a callous disregard for the pandemic. I mean, clearly. Wow. That is, come on. I just expect more from Disney, this kind of a response. I mean, why didn't you just say like, we have your clothes from the shoot and there's pit stains. We're going to release that to the public. And we also had you mic'd up and we heard you fart 3 times during one of the scenes. We're going to release the fart sounds too and say that it was you. Like, why didn't you release that stuff as well? Like, that's the level that you're on when you pull this crap. Okay, let's keep reading. That's good. Disney has fully complied with Ms. Johansson's contract, and furthermore, the release of Black Widow on Disney Plus with Premier Access has significantly enhanced her ability to earn additional compensation on top of the $20 million she has received to date. So they told us how much she made. They threw out this $20 million. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? She's making as much as a man. Is that right? I don't know if that's right. Like, I think that's what Disney meant, right? Look at how much she's making. Let's shame her because she shouldn't be making that much. I mean, oh, that wasn't the point? Well, what was the frickin' point then? Because this is totally irrelevant to what the provisions of the contract said. To just throw out the $20 million, what all of us little paupers and peons out here are just going to immediately think Scarlett's a pig because she makes $20 million on a movie? Is that what you were doing? Why don't you tell me what you were doing, Disney? Because I don't know. You guys, this response from Disney was particularly nasty. Just, wow. But you know what? Look, here's the thing. Disney, them looking down on us from their lofty position on their throne, telling us what's right and wrong, teaching us all of their woke principles through their movies and TV shows, laying it on really thick, and we really like it. We really like it. So, when we look to them to be the source of all truth, I lose faith a little bit when I see him go after nice Scarlett Johansson like this. I mean, it just seems a little bit mean, doesn't it? It does. So generally, here's the deal. So Scarlett was going to make a big chunk of money based on box office receipts. And Disney decided, hey, instead of releasing this movie exclusively in theaters, let's release it both on Disney Plus and in theaters simultaneously. And of course, that's going to divert a whole bunch of money away from the box office receipts and put it over into, Disney Plus subscriptions and purchases. I think this movie on Disney Plus, they charge you $30 if you're going to watch the movie. I think I might have a graphic here. Yep, that's like whatever, or basically $30 to watch the movie on Disney Plus. So by doing that, they diverted a whole bunch of money away from the box office. And Scarlett was like, WTC? What the crap? You thought I was going to do the other one, didn't you? And just remember, this is not just Scarlett's money. She's got a manager. She's got an agent. She's got lawyers. There's a whole set of machinery around her that this money goes to pay. So yeah, 20 million is a crap ton of money, but there's a whole lot of people involved in this that have little pieces of the pie that are concerned about that. So here's a copy of the complaint. And yes, I did get this from Deadline. It's available online if you want to check it out. You can go get the complaint there. This was filed in the Superior Court for the State of California, County of Los Angeles. Plaintiff Periwinkle Entertainment, that is Scarlett Johansson's loan-out company, which is basically her entity for providing her acting services. Anyway, so that she's Periwinkle, and Walt Disney is the sole defendant. So I think here is the key provision from the agreement, and it was also in the complaint. This is where we get the term wide theatrical release, and why Scarlett is saying that they breached their contract by simultaneously releasing it on Disney Plus and in theaters. Okay. Paragraph 2 of the agreement that Scarlett had with Disney, well, I think this was probably Marvel originally, but paragraph 2, titled Engagement, states, lender shall furnish producer the services of artist to perform the role of Black Widow, Natasha Romanova, in the theatrical motion picture currently entitled Black Widow Picture. For the avoidance of doubt, if producer in its sole discretion determines to release the picture, then such release shall be a wide theatrical release of the picture. That is no less than 1,500 screens. And then in the complaint right after that, they say, at the time the agreement was entered into, it was well understood by the parties and Disney that a theatrical release referred to an exclusive release in theaters for an extended period of time that was roughly 90 to 120 days. All right. So this is going to be really what they're arguing about is, did they basically have a wide theatrical release or not? The terms of the contract here, I don't have the whole contract. But I mean, I did text Scarlett and ask her, and she's like, I'm busy, so I couldn't get it. But in the paragraph we're looking at, I don't see the word exclusive in that paragraph 2. This is a wide theatrical release. It doesn't use the word exclusive in there. And I know they're going to say, well, that's one who works in this industry would have understood that to mean that. But nevertheless, it doesn't say exclusive in this paragraph. And also right after that, it does say that is no less than 1,500 screens. So Disney can probably argue, hey, we released it in more than 1,500 screens, and the specific wording in the contract says no less than 1,500. That's what we did. So we met our obligation under that particular provision. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of arguing about that, but with how much this contract was worth, I know that this contract was probably like 9,000 pages long. All right, now let's look at the causes of action. There were 2 causes of action. The first one was for intentional interference with contractual relations. And with this one, they were saying that Disney intentionally and improperly induced Marvel to breach its agreement with plaintiff by releasing the film on Disney Plus simultaneously with its release in theaters. So that's the first cause of action. And then the second cause of action was inducing breach of contract. And again, they're saying that Disney caused Marvel to breach the agreement as set forth above. Now, let me just say one other thing. You can technically be found to not have breached a contract, and you can still be a douchebag. And I think Scarlett really had to put herself out there to file this lawsuit because she wants to be hired again, but now that she's sued Disney for this breach of contract, I don't know if other movie studios are going to want to work with her. If they're going to say, oh, she's hard to work with, she sued Disney. I'm sure that was a difficult step for her to get over. And one other question is, I'm sure that Disney probably has some other actors, actresses in this same situation, they're probably waiting in the wings to see how this goes with Scarlett. And are they going to file their own lawsuits based on things that were released on Disney Plus and in the theaters? We will have to wait and see. And I will try to keep you posted if something else exciting happens with this. If Disney says anything else nasty that's fun. All right. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.